I never imagined I'd be hiding in a bathroom stall at my own wedding, but there I was, wedding dress bunched up around me, silently sobbing while 200 guests waited outside. It was just 20 minutes before I was supposed to walk down the aisle when my maid of honor showed me texts from my fiancé to his ex, sent the night before. Explicit messages promising to meet up after the honeymoon, saying the marriage was only for appearances and that he never stopped loving her. My hands shook so badly I dropped the phone and ran to the bathroom, locking myself inside, unable to breathe from the weight of betrayal. Amidst the pounding heart and swirling thoughts of shame, the mortgage we just signed, and the sheer impossibility of calling it all off, I heard the bathroom door open and my mom's voice gently asking everyone to leave. Then she knocked on my stall. "Honey, let me in." I unlocked the door, and she squeezed in beside me without a word about my smeared makeup. She just asked what happened. I showed her the texts and her face hardened. "What do you want to do?" she asked. I could barely whisper. "I can't marry him, but I can't face everyone out there." Without hesitation, she said, "You don't have to." She helped me up and said, "Wait here." 5 minutes later, she came back with my dad. His face was pure fury, but my mom was all calm control. "Dad's pulling the car around. You're going to the cabin. I'll handle everything here." When I asked what she'd tell the guests and what about all the money, she cut me off. "None of that matters." My dad led me out through the kitchen, and the last thing I saw was my mom smoothing her dress and walking toward the ceremony space like a queen. I spent that night at the cabin. The next day, my phone was full of support from friends, but nothing from my ex. Around noon, my mom arrived at the cabin looking exhausted but triumphant. She had walked into the ceremony space the day before and calmly told everyone there would be no wedding, that sometimes we learn things too late that change everything, and asked them to respect my privacy. After most guests left, she had confronted my ex in front of his parents, showed them the messages, and handed him a box with every gift he'd ever given me. She told him his belongings would be sent to his parents, and when he tried to plead his case, she said, "My daughter deserves someone who doesn't need to be caught to be faithful." What I didn't know until weeks later was that she'd paid the photographer extra, not to capture the wedding, but the aftermath. When I asked her why, she said, "Because someday you might doubt yourself. I wanted you to have proof that you were brave." 6 months later, she gave me what she called the Dodged Bullet album. It included photos of her standing proud, and one perfect shot of my ex's stunned face when he realized it was over. On the last page, there was a note. "Some of the best decisions looked like disasters at the time. Now, 3 years later, I'm engaged again, this time to someone who truly loves me. When people ask where I found the strength to start over, I tell them, I got it from my mother."